Yeah.
Grooving.
Moving on a Monday.
I like that new jam.
Yeah.
What is that jam? That's a good-ass jam.
It's not bad, man. It's by DJ Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
I like that.
It's a good DJ.
It's a good vibe to kick it off this week.
Right?
Yeah.
Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen.
What up,
January
what up?
the 8th, 2018. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys doing? Instagram, Facebook, what's up? Hope you had a pleasant couple of days off. As what you people call the weekend.
Right?
How was your weekend?
It was good, man. Unfortunately, my Buffalo Bills took an L on Sunday.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up, but
It's all right.
since you did, it was a good fight.
It was a good
Yeah.
good fight. It was an interesting game.
It was a good fight.
Overall. I'm just happy they made it to the postseason.
First time in
gosh.
17 years.
Right?
Ooh, shouts out to the Buffalo Bills who made it into the playoffs. First time in 17 long-ass seasons. But better late than never.
Right?
And they put on a good show. They didn't get crushed.
No.
It was a good showing. Good
It was a
game.
good showing.
We watched the game together.
Yes, we did.
It was it was pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I agree.
there's always next year, man.
This is true. I mean, we're in an interesting division as is, so
Yeah.
I mean, we're against like the Patriots.
You got a tough division, bro.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So you need a really strong team.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys can build.
I hope so. I hope they build off of
Yeah.
what happened this year.
Yeah. I think
That-
you got some good pieces in place, and I think you guys can move up from here. Now you can get in.
Right.
You got the itch now. You're like, yeah, we got in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Let's just do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
got that. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Talking Trends. We do this Monday to Friday, 4:30 to 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Please feel free to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We Talking Trends, and find us on YouTube. Subscribe as well.
Find us.
Find us. We don't have that special URL yet because we need a certain amount of subscribers for that to happen. So,
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll
With
get there.
your help and your help.
right? So, without any further ado, we got a very interesting show, I feel.
We got an interesting a bunch of interesting topics that I'm sure are going to invoke some feelings. And
I
some
think
good
so.
conversation, I hope.
Yeah. Up first, well, we're just going to spitfire what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
This lady, Blanca Blanco, she wore red last night to the Golden Globes and is receiving quite the backlash at the moment.
Yeah.
After that, we're going to talk about this interesting hoodie H&M decided to post up on their website this weekend. Ugh. Not impressed.
Yeah, nope.
Not impressed.
Nope.
Up next, we're going to talk about this man who was arrested 90 plus times.
Yep.
And unfortunately, he ended up killing the mother of his child.
Man.
Yeah, insane. And finally, we're going to be talking about no Timmys Tuesdays from Tim Hortons.
It's going down.
It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. So, up first, Tony, take it
Yes.
away.
Let's take a look at this. We know that last night was the Golden Globes, a huge event in Hollywood, of course. Golden Globes is normally, there's a lot of award shows that happen in Hollywood. This is supposed to be one of the fun ones. Like
Right.
the Golden Globes is the ones where they got the champagne on the tables. People are eating, they're drinking. There's usually some intoxicated actors and actresses, which is always good for a lot of fun moments.
For sure.
This was a very, very serious award show, which disappointed a lot of people in some ways. I mean, it was serious for a good reason. I wish you guys knew the backlash of all the sexual harassment charges that have been going on. Harvey Weinstein being the capital criminal in this situation, apparently,
Right.
who led the charge among all these other allegations coming out. So there was a big movement last night as a part of this this award show and everything that's been going on with the harassment. So one of the things that the actors were going to do yesterday, and actors actually I should say, was going to wear black. Usually a big part of these award shows is what you're wearing.
Right.
It's one of those things, red carpet, walk your outfit, whatever you got, who are you wearing tonight, blah, blah, blah. They didn't really ask that question last night very much because a lot of people were wearing black as a part of I guess, to bring awareness to what's going on with the sexual harassment and how big of a problem it is in Hollywood.
Yep.
That being said, there was one person who did not. This actress here, Blanca Blanco, which is a cool name, she did not. She is a big fan of red, and she had this fabulous red dress that you see before us here on walking the red carpet. And unfortunately, as a result of wearing this this dress and not going with the black outfit like many were, people took that as a sign of not being a part of the movement.
Right.
And as a result of that, she caught a lot of heat on social media and was publicly shamed on social media for not going with the whole black outfit. She quoted saying, "I love red." She explained, "Wearing red does not mean I'm against the movement. I applaud and stand by the courageous actresses that continue to break the cycle of abuse through their actions and fashion style choices. It is one of many factors leading women to a safer place because of their status. I'm excited about the hashtag Time's Up movement, which is the new movement they kicked off last night. True change is long overdue," she said. So her feelings are hurt, she said, but I guess it's part of being in the industry. We have people who appreciate you and others that don't. So my question would be well, number one, how do you feel about this? But my question is to you guys is this not doing a similar type of injustice by shaming this actress publicly for a choice of dress that she was wearing? You know what I mean? She's stating that she's behind the movement, but does that mean if I didn't wear black to the award show last night that I'm not about the movement? And if I didn't do that, which she did not, I deserve to be publicly shamed? Isn't that doing the same thing as not the sexual harassment in that sense, but a different form of it?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm way off.
No, I agree to a certain extent. I mean, I think everybody should go as they feel and however they want to dress. And yes, I know there's a movement going on, which is great also. But at the same time, yeah, if you don't feel you want to wear black, and maybe, I don't know if this is her first time there or how many times, like,
she's been there before.
Okay.
She's a well-known actress.
So maybe, let's say if it was my first, I don't know if I'm going to ever be invited back to this kind of award ceremony. Maybe I'll just wear whatever I want to wear for my first time. And I think it's unfortunate and for her to receive this sort of backlash simply because of a dress choice. I mean, she's clearly stated that she's still behind the movement.
Definitely.
And I think in any kind of movement, I don't have to necessarily wear a certain color to stand by the rights of what I'm essentially protesting or standing behind a protest.
Right. And I mean, here's the thing too. The black outfits, they were selling them out everywhere. Like a lot of actors and actors couldn't get their hands on them in time because they were selling them out everywhere. And also, these choices for design and for your outfit is made well ahead of time.
Yes.
Like maybe this is just what she had designed. Maybe it was she promised the designer, the friend, whoever had the, I'm going to wear it. I mean, there's a lot of angles to it. The other side of it too. We were talking about this a minute ago. About boycotting.
Yes, this is okay.
You touched on this, and I thought it was a good point.
Oh man, okay.
I mean,
See, I don't want to get in trouble by saying, okay, here's the thing. I'm about this movement 100%.
Yes,
and I believe every celebrity right now that's bringing attention to it, great, good on them.
Right.
But I would like it even taken a little bit further. Instead of this black dress movement, how about you stop going to these awards?
Yeah, right.
If this is happening in if this is happening in Hollywood, let's stop promoting this.
Right.
Until everybody gets their ish together.
Yeah.
And make it really serious. Like, I'm not saying it's not serious as is, but when you usually boycott something and you want to stand up for your rights or something, then you stop going to these certain events.
Is this a case of having your cake and eating it too?
A little bit, I think so.
Right? Because they still want the recognition.
For sure.
And they still want to be in the public eye, and they still want the razzle and dazzle. They want the lifestyle that brings, but at the same time, they're going to be behind the movement, and they kind of don't like what is behind the scenes.
And then one could pose the question then, if they don't show face, then will they get roles in the future?
Yeah, that's another side of it. Or if you don't show face, you're hiding from the problem. You don't support it either.
Right.
Like especially last night where they did this whole wearing black movement.
Yeah. Are
you shamed because you didn't show up? Like it's just so many different angles.
There's a lot of different angles. Like, I just think, if you want to really stick it to Hollywood, I mean, not let alone everybody standing up for these rights. Just boycott these events, man.
It just makes sense. Don't go.
Just don't go. Keep doing the movies.
But if you don't go, it's the opposite of what you're a celebrity. Your point is to be seen be taking pictures taken of you in the public eye. You know this is going to be in every single social media platform. You're going to see your picture everywhere. It's part of the business.
Yeah.
Your PR agent would be like, you're going to the show.
Right.
Because it's good PR in order for you to be seen so you can get that next role, which keeps you employed, keeps me employed.
Right.
Right? It's a circle of life in Hollywood.
Yes.
So what do? I think it's a shame that this person, this actress was blasted because she wore red. I think that's ridiculous.
I think it's a little silly myself.
It's a little hypocritical.
Yeah. And if it's just the internet, you took an L on this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't blast her for that. I mean, she's a female. She's an actress,
right? I mean, was everybody at the event wearing black? Were the camera people all wearing black? Were everybody involved? Were they all wearing black? Right?
There was a lot of people wearing black.
Yeah, I need to know if everybody there was.
Yeah, because why don't you blast them?
Exactly. Everybody should be getting blasted. If one person there or involved in that show wasn't wearing black, then they should all get blasted. Then don't take it on this lady.
Well, you want to send a message, like you said, just don't go.
Just don't go.
I mean, that sends a message,
right?
Yeah. I don't know. I felt bad for her, but shouts out to her being strong. Stay with it, girl. You're all right.
That's what I'm saying. And
you're okay.
You can all be strong together by not going to said events.
Yeah, true. Well, we don't believe much in these award shows anyway. So.
Yeah, man.
But it is what it is.
I can't even stand the local ones. Anyway,
it's part of that business. You don't want to go, don't go.
Right. Exactly. Up next, I'm not sure if I'm going to be going here for the next couple weeks.
Oh boy,
H&M, man. You took one. This one. This is a bad one.
This one hurts.
This one does hurt, especially oh man, for me especially. I mean, I know you too. Anyway,
I'm a shopper there,
dude. Anyway, so H&M slammed as racist for quote unquote monkey in the jungle hoodie.
Coolest monkey.
Coolest monkey in the jungle.
Oh boy.
May as well just be monkey in the jungle at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
He looks super pissed.
Dude, I got so many questions with this.
Yes.
So anyway, H&M is under fire for using a black child to model a sweatshirt sporting the phrase "coolest monkey in the jungle."
Yeah.
The image first appeared over the weekend on the British version of the Swedish-based retailer's website. Upon noticing the advertisement with the photo, social media users erupted in outrage at H&M, rightfully so, what they deemed to be racist and inconsiderate. Questlove from The Roots was one of the people that started the online platform awareness, if you will. As of Monday morning, H&M had removed the ad from its website, but continued to sell the hoodie online, although not in the U.S. H&M, quote unquote, says, we sincerely apologize for offending people with this image of a printed hoodie top. The spokesman said also, we believe in diversity and inclusion in all what we do, and we'll be reviewing all our internal policies accordingly to avoid any further issues. Right. Jesus.
Is this too much? Is it too much?
Man. And here's the thing. I read so many interesting comments on the internet where people were like, you're racist for pointing this out. Like, they're saying, like, I'm not saying, like, for me or just, like, anybody in general who finds this wrong, or they think that we're racist, have the racist mind for saying that this might be a touchy issue.
Or, like, stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot that could be potentially unnecessary.
Igniting.
Right, igniting. And I just don't get it, because these brands, like, don't they learn from other brands? Because a couple, not too long ago, Zara stirred up a controversy when it released a striped blue and white children's pajama top with a yellow star over the left chest, resembling uniforms worn by concentration camp inmates during the Holocaust. Right. Then the Children's Place found itself in controversy recently when they had a girl's t-shirt basically saying has a checklist of my best subjects, and shopping was one of them, while like math was unchecked. It was like I have a picture of it,
right.
So I was just like, just some silly things,
so
man.
Many, it's ridiculous.
And then most recently, you had the Dove, where the Dove ad, where the black lady removes her shirt, and then she's just all of a sudden a white woman, and that received some interesting backlash as well.
Couple comments here, Lauren, tuning in. The kid would have never known anything about it until a parent started making it a big deal. It's a touchy subject, of course. She also says it's not racist. Wouldn't be racist on a white boy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I'm playing a little devil's advocate here because, yeah, I mean, that begs the question. Would this be a thing if it was a Caucasian or an Asian child wearing this hoodie? Where were the parents when this photo was being taken?
Right. Yeah, where were the parents when they... yeah.
Right. And I've heard, me personally, I've heard parents that I like just out and about, or people that I know, it's like, oh, you're just a silly little monkey. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, me personally, I've been called this. So it's like, to me, it's not a cool thing.
Yeah.
And for them to even put coolest monkey in the jungle, I'm just like, and it sucks too, because I like shopping at H&M, and a big percentage of my clothes are from H&M.
And I'll probably still shop there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that they did it with a malicious intent.
I hope not too.
I would assume not.
Right.
Right. I mean, you wouldn't do that knowing the backlash that you would get. You're a business. You're trying to do the best business you can. And to ridicule a little boy and embarrass him and make him an example, I don't know, but I would assume that wouldn't be their intent.
No, I would hope not.
And again, usually with a company like H&M, which is massive, they usually hire the person to cast the kids for these shoots.
Yeah.
Right? And they usually organize the whole thing. So this could be, at worst case scenario, the actions of one or two or three individuals.
I just don't understand when these situations make it to this point.
Right.
Who approves
the picture? Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too.
Right? And then it begs the question, like they say they're about diversity. I'm just like, well, who's diverse on your boardroom for these decisions?
Yeah, I mean, how does it get to that point where it's finalized and, okay, take this to print?
If I sat on their board, I would be like, I don't know, guys.
Yeah, you might want to rethink this, guys. This could have some bad
Let's put a white kid in the hoodie.
Also, another comment, I have mixed feelings about it as well. I seen that if I had seen it in the store, I wouldn't want to report it.
Yeah, and again, it's
if you saw the poster in the store,
ooh,
what would you do? Would you say anything? You probably wouldn't say anything. You'd probably like, that's probably not in the best taste. You'd notice it,
maybe,
I'm sure.
Yeah,
but you'd be like, oh, okay, and you'd probably continue shopping.
Yeah.
Or would you walk out?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a very, very touchy subject. It's not new. It's been happening for a long... And we've seen ads like this before where it's been kind of like an African-American or African-Canadian actor or actress or model used, and then there's some sort of connotation there of racism.
Sure. It's kind of unfortunate that, I mean, it's 2018 and then this still it's alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately.
It does suck. Plus, the kid lost a gig.
Right?
He still get paid?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, you got to get paid.
Come on, that's not his fault.
But I think I agree with you. How does it get so far? How does it get to the final stage?
I don't get it.
So many stages for this thing to get approved. How does not someone go, tap you on the shoulder, go, you might not want to get him in that sweatshirt.
That's what I mean, man. I just don't understand it. And like so many companies beforehand have released clothing items that have been a little bit controversial.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would think they would learn a little bit.
I think another comment says, I wouldn't assume it's racist. If I saw this and I was shopping online,
I don't think
I saw it for the first time. You saw it for the first time.
If I saw it with no face and nothing, like I probably wouldn't think too much of it.
But if you saw this particular kid wearing this exact what you see here, would you go, oh, jeez, that's racist?
I would do the double take.
Okay, you do the double take.
I would be like, oh, I don't know about that one.
Oh, man, it's tough.
That gets the collar.
It's tough.
Hello, where's the kids? Is it wash? Is it wash day? Right? Is that the only hoodie you got for your kid today?
I'm trying to think of an example the other way around, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. With a white kid wearing something that would be similar in a fashion of that would be offensive too. That would be offensive to that child. But I don't know what that would be the equivalent.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anything's been released recently. Of recent memory that I can personally think of. And an update, I believe Weekend has cut ties with H&M as well.
The Weekend. Yeah.
Artist has just recently cut ties because of this advertising blunder.
We have a guest. Oh no. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. I can't even. Oh, my God.
But you're
oh,
yeah, here we go. We had a guest bring us in.
No, Jesus.
Oh, boy. It's a good move.
It's sad.
We may be shut down after
this is not good.
See, we're addressing racial issues, man.
I like it.
Okay, good. Kid approves.
I wanted to bring my guy in here to make sure.
Yeah, that's his homie right there. Hangs above. Where is he sit? He sits above the case or something now. Yeah, he'll watch. Oh, he's watching us.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Thank you for that addition.
Thanks, kid. Thanks. Thank you for adding that.
Oh no, something just went really wrong.
Oy.
Or really right. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let's move on.
Anyways, up next. Oh my god.
I don't think we can stay on that story.
Yeah,
anymore.
no.
It's over.
Anyways, yeah. Up next.
Yeah.
This is a very
This is a crazy story, man. What in the
really
world?
Weird. So, the man on the right, this dude has been arrested 92 times.
Jeez.
And he's finally been sentenced to 50 years for murdering the mother of his kid, pictured on left in this photo. Prosecutors had sought life sentence, but a Burlington County Superior Court judge returned a sentence of 50 years Friday for a man convicted of fatally stabbing the mother of his child. Rashawn Akazi, 40, must serve more than 42 years before becoming eligible for parole. He killed Shanani Marshall, 37, in her home in 2016. So,
holy.
Listen.
Yeah.
Story goes on.
Yeah.
This guy has a violent crime history. A very violent crime history of more than 92 arrests and 11 felony convictions before this murder.
Violent crimes, mind you.
Violent. And 92. I'm not making it's. I'm saying that number correctly. 92.
It's a long rap sheet.
And 11 of those are felony convictions.
Oh my
so authorities say, given this defendant's enormous criminal history and the violent way in which he killed the mother of his child, it's hard to imagine a defendant more deserving of the life sentence. The state's thought here. But it begs the question.
Yeah.
Why was this guy even allowed, to get to this point?
Dude, how is he on the street?
92 times.
That's a long rap sheet. And how many? 11 felonies?
11 felonies.
Oh my god. What state was this in? Did you say?
Pardon me?
Did you say what state it was in?
Burlington County.
Burlington County.
I want to say Jersey or something. I don't know. I could be way off.
Where's Burlington County? People Google that
somebody
right quick.
Google that, please.
Somebody Google that right quick.
Burlington.
Wow.
Yeah. So apparently the story goes, this was maybe an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And she was finally getting the strength to leave, according to a friend. And when she was cutting ties with this man pictured on the right, that's when he was like, no, I'm going to kill you. So here it is, man. Again, with the justice system, effing it up left and right. 92 arrests. Why is he still allowed out? It's just like the hit and run story we talked about last week.
Yes.
Where the guy had killed somebody in 2012 from a hit and run, and then he caused a 4-car accident, essentially a hit and run again.
Yeah.
Why was he allowed behind the wheel of a car?
It seems to be a case of the justice system failing over. This guy must have had a hell of a lawyer.
Dude, and even I even find the 50 years. It should be to life.
Yeah, how is it a limited time? He's eligible for parole.
He's eligible for parole, yeah.
In 50 years?
42 years.
42 years. Okay,
42
well, it's still a
years.
long time, but I mean, okay, I get it. Yeah,
so
why isn't it? How come that's not a life sentence? Or 25 to life, or whatever.
It should just be life, yeah.
He should be life.
Right. I think it's kind of like a little slap to the face to the family sitting there. Yeah, it's 50 years, but even to hear eligible for parole, I'd be like, are you serious? So if this guy could potentially live to be 100, he could be paroled when he's in his 80s, still have, I don't know what kind of life then, but still.
Yeah, but how do you get to the point of 92 arrests, 11 felonies? Felonies are serious crimes in the States. Like, a felony will put you away for a very, very long time. How do you get 11 of them and still be walking the streets?
I don't know.
That's an epic failure, and it goes back on the judgments on the judicial system.
Yeah.
This guy comes out, he's on the street, and he commits murder.
You know what, also, I know there's this thing called due process, but it's just like, this happened in 2016.
Yeah.
Why is he just being sentenced now? Come on. This guy, stop wasting time. This is just such a waste of time of people's, picture being the family constantly coming to court.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That's what I mean.
Oh my God!
And I feel bad for anybody who does go through this. I don't know whoever has gone through this, where you have to constantly see this person go in and out of court, and go through this long process when they're clearly guilty of a crime.
The amount of taxpayer dollars, that were wasted probably just on this one case.
I can't imagine.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy obviously must have a lawyer, not a personal lawyer. He must have he didn't hire one. It's probably somebody hired.
Yeah, it's probably from the city.
Yeah, like public. Public defender.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're tying this guy 92.
Think of the money right there. 92 times.
Jeez, man. And who was the judge who decided it was a good idea to let this Yahoo back on the streets?
Yeah, every time. It must have been it must have been a different judge. I mean, 92 times. If I was the judge, I'd be like, again, man, like
they're all screwing up. Every single judge is making the same mistake over and over. Makes no sense.
There's no way he had to have stood in front of a same judge at least more than once or twice.
Well, if it's in the same, if it's it depends on whether it's in the same county or not. I don't know if he was in the same place all the time. But Thomas is saying they are decriminalizing drunk driving in Alberta. Is that true?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I was going to talk about that story. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, brother. Appreciate that, man. This is nuts. I don't get it. That many different judges, that many different courts, how many different incidences, 11 felonies.
Insane.
I mean, that's a book that writes itself.
Right?
I mean, you should never see the light of day again. You should be locked away for the rest of your life.
And these cases continue to happen, my friend.
And the poor family that's got to deal with it, too. They have to sit in the courtroom, and after this happened, they must be just going, oh, my God, how is this guy even
That's
in
what I'm
position to
saying.
do it?
Well, I mean, it's just like what happened with my friend years ago. Like, the guy had, 20-plus Grand Theft Auto charges, and then he still was out, and then he stole another car, and then ended up, unfortunately, killing my friend's mom. And just okay, why is he allowed out at this point?
Yeah.
So,
well, it's like the other day we were talking about another situation where they said, listen, he's likely to reoffend. About another case.
Yeah, in Edmonton, they're just like, hey, we're releasing this guy.
Yeah.
He's a known child molester, but you know what? He's going to reoffend. So when he does, let us know.
Yeah.
Well, why is he being released in the first place then?
What the world is happening?
Yeah.
Why are there so many rights for criminals like this?
I don't know.
Something wrong, people, with the world today. This justice system needs to be repaired.
Something.
And I don't know what else can be done. But anyway, this is a sad case.
Unfortunately, it is.
Another one.
Yeah. Another one. And finally, rounding up of today's events.
Yes.
No Timmy Tuesdays.
No Timmys Tuesday. We talked about this story last week about in Ontario, a couple different franchises of Tim Hortons were doing a cut in benefits as a result of the minimum wage being increased from $12.40 from what was it going from?
Must be like 10 something.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, going from $11.60 to $14 per hour is what it was going to be, and then it will go again to $15 next year. Actually, is the word now. So apparently, these franchise owners were going to cut back some of the benefits. So they're going to take away health and dental for the benefits. Anybody that was working over 6 months, you're supposed to get these benefits. I think 75% should be covered. And now, recently, we just learned that they're also going to be taking away the tips. So no longer can you have any tips either to accommodate this
Can you imagine
wage.
the manager at the end of your shift is coming in, scooping their hand in and taking your tip
Dude,
money?
like, what in the world? Or do people just stop tipping because they know it's not going to the employees? That would be the move.
Yeah, that would be the move. Yeah, you may as well just collect your change now.
Yeah. Or the employees are just going to be like, it makes no difference.
Right.
But anyway, so that's what's happening. They're going to be, this is definitely, the wage increase is happening. What they're going to do tomorrow, they're calling for a boycott. No Timmys Tuesday. The public has spoken.
Right.
So they're recommending guys do not go to Tim Hortons. I don't know if this is a nationwide thing.
I think it's an Ontario thing.
It's an Ontario thing, because that's where it's happening.
Right, and I believe out in Ontario, the handful of stores that's happening. Because they're generally with these Tim Hortons stores, they are individually owned.
Yeah,
kind of like
they're privately owned, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they make their own decisions. So you know what? Yeah, to those greedy people that are taking away their tips, their benefits, I would say boycott Tim Hortons on those Tuesdays.
Yeah. So I would say the same thing. Those locations, just don't go, I guess. It's kind of like the same thing we were just talking about the Golden Globes. Like, just don't support it.
Right.
It's a sad state where you have to take every single dime you can. These major companies taking every single dime they can from people who are just trying to survive,
scrape
basically,
by,
right?
yeah.
Like, I mean, these people get paid, if they're getting paid minimum wage, they're making well below $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
Which the poverty, I think the poverty line, I think, is around 28,000 or
Right.
30,000.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're well below that.
Yeah.
So they're living under poverty,
Yeah.
right? And they're just trying day to day to make enough to get by. Take away all the benefits and now take away their tips.
Yeah.
I don't know what
And
this
there's
world's coming to.
like this whole raising the wage thing. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I think for companies, I think there should be a process. I don't know how it's been done. This is just an idea, so don't shoot the idea guy.
You're gone, brother.
But I would like to see it for the companies that do rake in hundreds of millions of dollars every year.
Yeah.
Someone should do the math and be like, okay, guys, listen, you can afford this.
Yeah.
Like, and then as opposed to maybe the smaller businesses, the local businesses, maybe have some sort of I don't know what I'm looking for. Like maybe not hike it as much as don't make
Right.
it like a whole, like if you're gonna hike the whole national
Yeah.
it shouldn't be $15 nationally.
Right.
Maybe the smaller business owners, maybe it's just like raise the dollar or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
But for the bigger companies that are raking it in billions of dollars, I mean, come on. They already get tax breaks on everything.
Yeah.
They recoup so much money anyhow. Come on, man.
Well, a franchise owner, Ron Joyce Jr., the son of Tim Hortons, co-founder, is worth $1.4 billion, just to put that into your perspective.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So instead of making $1.4 billion, you make $1.35
Right.
billion. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Or what's wrong with a billion?
oh, jeez. Apparently not good enough. They got to take the tips and benefits too. So we'll keep
That's-
an eye on this thing. It keeps developing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I'll be interested to see how it turns out tomorrow.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they do any wage increase here at any point.
Right.
If they start increasing, because I think minimum wage still is under $11 here.
I think it's coming here. It's
Okay.
going to.
So if that wage increase, be interesting to see if any franchise owners here follow suit to see if anything happens there.
I would honestly, if I was a franchise owner and I had the opportunity to still make money and have happy employees and help pay their way either through school or help them them and their family, hell yeah, I'd be like, let's do this.
That's a hard job.
Yeah.
It's probably very unsatisfactory.
Right.
It's probably very ungratifying.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult job. Minimum wage jobs are difficult anyway.
Yeah.
These guys, they're working their asses off for sure. And
Yeah.
a lot of other people do in retail and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you see these Tim Hortons, man, they're hustling. If they're doing an 8-hour shift, they're hustling 8 hours.
It's nonstop.
It's nonstop. If anybody deserves their tips and benefits, these guys definitely do.
Right.
And they don't get paid, I think, enough for what they do anyway. But, it's one of those things. It's sad. It's corporate greed coming down and snatching what they can from the little man.
The little man and little women.
It's not fair, man. It's not fair. So, no Timmy's Tuesday, people.
Yeah.
Boycott that.
Right.
Go to Starbucks because they don't make billions of dollars.
You're right. Oh
No,
my
they're
God.
saying what they're saying is go to your local coffee
Yes.
shop. So
Well,
that's what they're calling for
You
as a
do
part
that.
of this.
You do that quite often. You go to the deli.
I go to the Dilly Dally. Shouts out to Dilly Dally on
Yeah.
Kumpo Road. I go to support a local owner. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I drink other things if it's around.
Yeah.
But I normally go there. I do love their espressos. Very delicious.
There you go.
But that's the call for tomorrow with the No Timmy's. It's part of the whole thing. Don't go to any major corporate coffee shop. Go to your local coffee shop
Exactly.
and support them.
And those are the people who probably be hurting the most once this wage increase does happen.
No doubt.
So
Yeah.
yeah, support local.
That's a good point, too.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Or use your Keurig at home.
Exactly.
Or an espresso.
Right. By George Clooney.
Shouts out to George Clooney.
So he didn't make it this episode.
He gets a
but
shout every single episode, even though we didn't drink any today. But yeah, that's the word. So no Timmy's Tuesday.
yeah.
Yo.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I believe that might be it for today's show.
I think that's it. We started a little late. Sorry about that, guys.
Apologies.
But we made it.
Yeah.
And we're good. I think we ran about 30 minutes. That's good.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
We'll do it again tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Back 4:30 again tomorrow, guys. 4:30-ish to 5-ish.
Yeah.
Our kind of times are all over. We'll try to be on time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bunch of new topics tomorrow. We appreciate everybody joining us on Facebook and Instagram. Love you guys, and we will see y'all mañana.
Mañana.
Oh, baby.
See you tomorrow,
Peace out,
ladies
y'all.
and gentlemen.